Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be discussing a very important topic. This topic is practicing the art of softness, or rather we're just looking at overall softness. Now this comes from the feminine aspect of life. So if this is for you and you really want to get into your soft girl era, your feminine energy, you want your aura to be more relaxed and more calm, then stay tuned because this video is for you. Firstly, we need to establish something here. If you are in a stage where you're just starting up your glow up journey and your personal development to being your higher version of yourself and being the best version of yourself, you need to consider this important factor. Now this factor is something that I had to relate to when I first started my glow up journey, and that's why I feel like it's very important to mention in the beginning. Softness versus reality. Sometimes we can be in situations where we want to embrace our softness, but reality doesn't allow us to do that. So what do you do when you're in this scenario? For an example, we are in a cost of living crisis and things are getting more expensive by the day. Now, if you have that life pressure and amongst all other pressures, it may be hard for you to act in a calm state, act in softness and like, oh, it's fine, everything's going to work out for it's good. It may be very difficult for you. So in this case, here's what you need to do. It's time to start appreciating what you do have. There are people out there who are in a cost of living crisis right now who literally have nothing. They don't even have internet to be watching this video. So you have to start to show gratitude. Also, there's countries out there that are in war right now. We've got to show gratitude for the smallest things. I know it's harder said than done, but once you start to practice it and start to actually appreciate the things that you have around you, slowly your aura will start to change into being an appreciative person and being a happy, blissful person with softness around you than someone that's coming from, a negative person in a state of mind of, I hate this world, or I hate living in this place, or I hate this and I hate that. But if you actually just come from a place of gratitude and you actually appreciate what you have, then you're most likely to stand firm in whatever storm you're faced at right now. Another thing is we go back to the belief system and what you've been taught as a child. Have you always been taught to be masculine? Have you been taught to always be able to do things for yourself? Have you been brought up in a single mother home? How was it like growing up as a child? Because that impact of you as a child will be impacted in you today as an adult. And the reason why I mentioned it, because for me, I was grown up on the fact of make sure and be independent and to have your own and to do your own, or rather there were certain things that I encountered in my life. Then I took those experiences and made my own perspective to life to make sure I have your own and to always be independent. But that doesn't really align with someone who is feminine and wants to have softness in her life. Our biggest role models could be workaholics, e.g. our parents, our mothers can be, working 4 or 5 jobs, and that's what you've seen as a child. You're going to instantly pick up the belief system as this is how you need to be. And even if you don't have 4 or 5 jobs, you're going to be like a hard-working woman. But you need to slow down. Just slow down. It's okay. It's okay to move softly and gentle. Because if you don't, all what will happen is you would feel burnt out and you have lots of walls up. You wouldn't want to be open to people. And why I say that is because this happens a lot. When you are faced with a lot of oppression and difficulties and challenges, you start to think, it's just myself, I only have myself. You start to feel resentful at the world and you start to become an angry person. Now, if you want to master the art of softness, you cannot be an angry person. Us girlies, we're not angry. We are here full of peace and love here. So if you have that attitude, please stay tuned, because at least you can acknowledge it and find ways to change it. Now, like I said, you will start to feel burnt out and always angry and frustrated. No one's going to want to be around someone like that who's always miserable. I can name one person that if I go to their house, I know that they're going to start complaining, nagging, or complaining about money issues, or always moaning. I don't want to be in that headspace, so I try my best to not visit that person, unfortunately. And you don't want to be the person that people think that of you, if that makes sense. The art of softness is not somebody who is a complainer, who's always thinking no one ever does for me. Because when you are in your feminine energy, and to be in your feminine energy, you have to be in the art of softness. And when you are in your feminine energy, everybody wants to do for you because you're just so likable, you're that babe. So you clearly are not in that form of spaceship. But don't worry, I'm here today to give you good tips of how you can change that. Now, like I said, you don't want to be the angry woman who is picking up that masculine role, because all that ends up happening is you become blind to the world's beauty. So if you're so fixated of I've got to go shopping, I've got to clean the house, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, you don't have time to stop and acknowledge what is around you and be appreciative of it. You don't have time to acknowledge when people do acts of love to you. So for example, because you're so busy and in your own world, someone might hold the door for you and you just walk straight through. You don't actually acknowledge that that person has held the door for you. And because you haven't acknowledged that, you don't even say thank you. You just walk right through. And that's because you're on a fast pace. The best thing you can do is slow down everything. Don't be running or chasing. Just slow down. I'm telling you, masculine energy is for the man. That's why it's masculine. They stay there. All right? You don't want to have an energy where you always thinking boo-hoo, poor me. It's boo-hoo, poor me because you're not tapping into your feminine energy and mastering the art of softness. I'm telling you that. So I urge you ladies to just slow down, calm down. And if you find that it's hard for you to calm down and slow down, I'm going to just put a video right on the top of the screen for you to watch, and that is a letting go method. It may be hard for you to calm down and relax and to just be moving, all of a sudden in this peaceful mindset. That might be challenging to you because you may have limited belief systems. For example, when I redone my house or whatever, at first I was quite angry at the world because no one helped me. And I did it all alone, and I had to do the letting go method to forgive the people that I was angry at, for example like my father and things like that, because I just felt like most of the things that I did was quite manly. I had to pay a lot of people to put up things that were actually quite small and easy, probably my dad couldn't do, if that makes sense. So I had to do the letting go method to forgive him. So if you find that it's hard for you to let go of your walls that you have up, please check out my video. I explained to you exactly what the letting go method is. You need to watch it. That video is for you if that's the scenario that you're facing. Like I said, all you got to do is just slow down and relax. Take time, be in the moment. Take time, just slow down, stop rushing. Life is not about rushing. Take your time. Go back to the things that you love, that set your heart on fire, that give you that good internal feeling that makes you smile from within. Go back to that. It's okay. Just take your time. Do not rush. It's all right. That's how you really embrace the art of softness. You got to let people take care of you. If you're going to walk in the feminine energy, which also is in conjunction of softness, you have to let people in to take care of you. I know it's difficult at times because you're so used to everybody not doing things for you and you're doing things for yourself all the time. But if you want to master the art of softness, you have to relax and let people do for you. Let people in. Now, I'm not saying everybody, but the right people come to you anyway. When you're in your glow up journey and you really are doing it correctly and you're following the things that I'm teaching, the right people will come to you anyway. People that are genuine and have your best interest at heart will be attracted to you anyway. So I urge you to just accept whatever is given to you and accept it with grace and gratitude. Another thing is you must know how to conduct yourself, how to present yourself. Your energy is very important for when someone first meets you. If your energy is very calm and relaxed and inviting, you smile, you're open, then people will be more open to having reception with you and talking to you and doing nice things for you, and you know, looking after you if they have to, or whatever the case may be. But people feed off of your energy, so I strongly urge you that you need to check out how you conduct yourself, how you come across to other people. And in my video that I just put up here, I talk about how to be a feminine woman, and there I also speak about how you conduct yourself. So if you want to know a bit more about that, please check out that video, because I definitely talk about how to conduct yourself correctly. But for now, I'm just gonna say a few things. Just make sure you have sensitive manners, for example. So if you are in a conversation with somebody and maybe that person is not in alignment with you, or they've said something to offend you, make sure you have sensible manners. You don't need to insult that person, you don't need to argue with that person. You know how to conduct yourself and walk away. Even if you do have an opinion, you know how to handle it and do it gracefully. That is the art of softness. Be considerate of your words. Think before you talk. A person who has the art of softness in them, they think before they say things. They think about others and their feelings. If it's going to hurt them, they are considerate. So I urge you to please think before you speak, because that is the real art of softness. When you have an attribute of softness, you know how to present yourself. So for example, if there's a heated topic, you know how to switch the conversation by using your feminine aura. Change the subject. You know, you're the person who is the soft woman who has a nice nurturing aura. So you're the person who will be in charge. Well, hopefully you're not in a scenario where you will be in a heated conversation, because you will be around people who sort of match your energy. So you probably won't be, but say for example, if it was Christmas Day, for example, and family members got heated, you'll be able to soften the situation. And that is the real art of softness. Another thing is, us girlies who are in our feminine energy, we love to take a rest. Take a rest. Sometimes the body may tell you you are tired, take a rest. It's okay to stop for a moment and give yourself self-love. And whether it ain't self-love, but just to chill out for the whole day, that's okay. Even if you just want to sit down and watch movies all day, that's fine. Self-love does not have to be what you see on TikTok and what you see on YouTube. Self-love is what you think is self-love. Whether that may be just relaxing and, you know, putting your feet up with a glass of wine, watching a movie or watching a series, whether that's reading a book, whatever you find yourself to call self-love, then you do. So please make sure and listen to your body. That's all I have to say when it comes to resting. It's very important that you rest. The art of softness is to make sure that you are having a lot of beauty sleep as well. Make sure that you go into bed at a good time and you're waking up at a good time. Make sure that you have plenty of rest. Do not overwork yourself. A woman who is of her feminine era anyway would not overwork herself. So this is in alignment with the art of softness. You will not be overworking yourself, because the art of softness is to move very, very peacefully and just casually, slowly jotting through life. That's what it is. No more. Simple. Another thing is, stop doing things that interact with your inner peace, or it interacts with your demeanor. Now, this can be social media. I always say, if you're going to be someone that looks at social media or watches social media, or a social media person, make social media work for you. So check out all the people that you're following. Are they of use to you? Do they pour constructiveness into your mind? Are they in alignment with what you believe and what you do? Are they practicing the things that you do on a daily basis? So when you do open your phone and you do go on TikTok and you do go on TikTok and you do go into TikTok and you see that these ladies are, I don't know, flower arranging and taking themselves out on dates and going to their favorite hobbies and things like that, then you're going to be more receptive to what you're doing, because these females are in alignment with you. So make social media work for you if you are going to use social media. Make sure that when you're listening to music, Listen to music that's going to uplift you and make you feel good. If you are having a bad day and you are feeling a bit grubby, you know, this sort of music will mellow you. Listen to classical music, listen to soul music. This would definitely give you the art of softness, because it slows you down. Fast rapping and all of this type of music, circular music, if that's your thing, each to their own. For me, it used to be my thing, but it's not, because it serves me no purpose. And I like being in my feminine energy. I like moving in softness. It feels so much more relaxing. So if that is you that's listening to toxic music, try to perhaps download music that is serving purpose. One of the people that I do listen to is India and Coax Romeri. I've mentioned this before. I love their music. If you're just if you're just starting out in this journey, I really suggest that you listen to those two women, because they are amazing, have some really uplifting music. I would put a link below of the names of them, and please go and check them out, because they are absolutely top-notch amazing. Humble yourself. I want you to humble yourself. This is how you really master the art of softness. This is how you really master the art of softness. Having humanity. When you are acting in softness, you have humanity. You're human. You remember what it feels like to be human. You're not a robot, you know. You're not someone that's having a stuck up attitude, but you're someone who's open and receptive. Someone can come up to you and tell you, or someone could tell you their problems, and you're not someone that's gonna laugh at them, but you're open to listening to them. Be the friend, or be the person that you would want as a friend, or as a family member, or whoever it is, a colleague or whatever it is. You be that person. So like I said, to move in softness is to have the attitude to be open. Humble yourself. Do not be someone who's hard-headed or someone who's unapproachable. Just smile through life. Smile through life. You don't want to be hostile. Nobody wants to interact with a hostile person, so don't be hostile. That's not what we're about here. No hostile behavior around here. We are open and receptive. Love and light, peace and joy is around us all the time. This is this space, this is this community, this is my tribe of happiness here. And I hope that what I'm telling you, you're really taking notes. And like I always say in my videos, nobody is perfect, right? Like I've said before, nobody is perfect. Sometimes you might stumble. Just get back up and start again. No 2 days are ever the same. Remember that. Show up for yourself. You can do this. Practice the art of being patient. That is a great way of softness, because you're not hasty. You're not always in a hurry, but you actually are patient. That is a beautiful trait to have, patience. Let me tell you something. You don't get far with quick gratification. It's not for us. Patience all the way. I think this tip is amazing. Be quick to forgive. Be quick to forgive. If someone does you bad, just let it go. Forgive them. Let it go. Because let me tell you something. When you harbour hatred in your heart because of what someone's done to you, you're only destroying yourself, your inner peace. So just let it go. Wish them well and let it go. That's the art of softness, because now you're in a place where you're just at peace. Softness. So you've got to let go of all of that sort of energy. It's okay. Wish the person well and move on. End of. Now, another thing is boundaries. Create safe spaces for yourself, okay? Have boundaries. Now, you can let someone know of your boundary in a calm, collective way. It doesn't have to be in a harsh way to make that person feel down or insecure about themselves, or make them feel a certain type of way. You can be able to demonstrate your boundary by using the I feel quite sad when you blah 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 blah, whatever it is. So it's rather than saying you always make, for example, if you're at work, for example, and you notice that your manager's always giving you the hardest task, rather than you saying you always give me the hardest task, because you are now in line with your femininity and you're at a place of softness, you would then say, I feel quite upset that I'm always given the hardest task. Are you not able to dish them out fairly? That way, it kind of like diffuses, it kind of like changes the whole aspect in the narrative. Rather than if you had said it as you, it could have went way different. But if you say it from a perspective of I, then you're sort of coming from a place of compassion, and that is the art of softness, because we are compassionate, right? Another thing is, if you allow people to be horrible or to be in spaces where there are horrible things going on, and even though you're not particularly part of it, but you're kind of engaged in it. So for example, there's a friendship group and they're being quite mean, let's say you're a mean girls scenario, and they're being quite mean to another colleague, for example, eventually that will rub off on you and you've lost all your femininity. That is not the art of softness. That is not. So you need to make the choice here. And then lastly, I just want to just leave it on, affirm it. Ladies, you may make mistakes along the way, it is fine, but keep on affirming and keep on moving in what I've taught you today. And if you have looked at other videos, just you have an idea of what feminine is to you. And there may be times that you may engage in your masculine energy because it's something that you're normally used to, it's the norm to you. That is fine, as long as you just acknowledge it and continue. Don't be hard on yourself. Nobody is perfect. Remember, I always say that. Nobody is perfect. You've got this. I know you got this. I love you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I give out content like this. I focus on elevating my people, my tribe. And I thank you guys once again for watching me today. Have a lovely morning, a lovely evening, or a lovely night, whatever time of day it is. I wish you nothing but the best, and thank you so much for watching me. Bye bye.